CoFun Coaching Fundamentals Digitizing Education Experiment Demo on Astable Multivibrator using IC555. What are we learning? Aim, Features of IC555, IC555 Pin Configuration, Astable Multivibrator Overview, Astable Working Procedure, Experiment Demo, Calculation, General Inputs. Experiment Details. Aim, to construct and design of Astable Multivibrator using IC555. The 555 integrated IC is an easy to use timer that has many applications. It is widely used in electronic circuits, and this popularity means it is also very cheap to purchase. Features: it can operate on 5 volt to 18 volt supply voltage. It has adjustable duty cycle. The on time or off time can be adjustable with the constant time period. Timing can be adjusted from microsecond to hours. High current output, capacity to source or sink current up to 200 microamps. Output can drive TTL components, reliable, easy to use, and low cost like general purpose IC. IC555 pin configuration. The power supply. Pin 8 is where you connect the positive power supply to the 555. Pin 1 is a 0 volt connection to the power supply. Trigger and reset inputs. Pin 2 is called the trigger input, as it is this input that sets the output to the high state. Pin 4 is called the reset input, as it is this input that resets the output to the low state. Threshold and discharge. Pins 6 and 7 are used to set up the timing aspect of the 555 IC. Offset. Pin 5 can be used to alter the timing aspect of the 555 IC in applications such as output frequency modulation. Output. Pin 3 is the digital output of the 555. It can be connected directly to the inputs of other digital ICs, or it can control other devices with the help of few extra components. Astable multivibrator. Definition. The astable circuit produces a continuous train of pulses at any frequency you require. The name astable means never stable. The output of the circuit never stays stable in any of the two states. Components used: IC555, breadboard, CRO, capacitors, and resistors. Astable circuit. Circuit details. Connect the resistor RA between the pin 6 and 7. Connect the resistor RB between the pin 8 and 7. Connect the capacitor between the pin 5 and ground. Connect the other capacitor between the pin 2 and 1. Short circuit the pin between 2 and 6. 8th pin connected to a power supply. 4th pin connected to the power supply. 1st pin connected to ground. Place the Vout at pin 3. It will be connected to the channel 1 of the CRO. Hello students, today we are going to do the experiment Astable multivibrator using IC555. Take a NE555 IC with a DIP dual in line package. Place the IC between the center of the separator. Now connect the resistors. Place the 1K resistor between the pin 6 and 7. Place the other 1K resistor between the pins 8 and 7. These resistors will be an axial lead type thin film resistor with a tolerance of 1%. The resistor can be placed in any direction. Place the wire for pin 7 and the resistor. Place the disc capacitor 0.01 microfarad between pin 5 and ground. Fifth pin is the control voltage pin, which is not used. So to avoid high frequency noises, it is connected to a capacitor C and the other end is connected to a ground. Usually capacitor equal to 0.01 microfarad. Place the ceramic capacitor between pin 2 and 1. Short circuit the pin between 2 and 6 through wire. It allows the circuit to re-trigger itself on each and every cycle, allowing it to operate as a free running oscillator. 8th pin is connected to power supply. And the 4th pin is connected to power supply. 4th pin is reset pin, which is active low and is connected to VCC to avoid accidental resets. 1st pin connected to ground. Connect the ground to breadboard. Connect the supply to breadboard. Place the Vout at pin 3. Connect the channel 2 to IC pin number 2 to observe the capacitor charging time. Now the circuit has been connected. Now switch on the power supply and observe the waveform through CRO. Switch on the power supply. Observe the waveform using CRO. There are two waveforms. Channel 1 is the output, that is square waveform. Channel 2 is the triangular waveform to observe the charging and discharging of the capacitor. At the charging duration, the output waveform is in the high state. At the discharging duration, the output goes to low. The duty cycle of the output wave is adjusted by varying the capacitor. In the out waveform, the vertical side will be measured in volts, horizontal side will be measured in time. Okay, the voltage knob placed at 2 volt division. The amplitude of the output waveform is 2.1 divisions. The time division knob is placed at 50 microseconds. The on time duration is 2.6 divisions. The off time is 1.4 division. The amplitude of the voltage that we measured is 2 into 2.1, that is equal to 4.2 volt. The time on is 2.6 into 50 microseconds, that is 130 microseconds. Time off equal to 1.4 into 50 microseconds, that is equal to 70 microseconds. So the total time T equal to T on plus T off. So T equal to 130 plus 70, that is equal to 200 microseconds. So if you find the practical frequency, F equal to 1 by T and F equal to 1 divided by 200 microseconds. Microseconds will be measured in 10 power minus 6, so that output is 5 kilohertz. The formula for this calculation is T on equal to 0.69 into RA plus RB into C. T off equal to 0.69 RB into C. Total period T equal to T on plus T off and the frequency F equal to 1 by T. Duty cycle T on equal to T on divided by T. Working procedure. When power supply is switched on, the capacitor T starts charging through RA and RB. At this instant, voltage at pin 2 is less than 1/3 VCC, so trigger comparator operates and pin 3 becomes high, that is 1, and pin 7 is cut off. Hence, capacitor C starts charging. When voltage of a capacitor C becomes equal to or greater than 2/3 of VCC, the threshold comparator operates and pin 3 becomes low. Now pin 7 becomes active and discharges the capacitor into itself through RB only. In this way, capacitor C charges through RA and RB but discharges through R2 only. So, charging time is greater than discharging time. In this process, the capacitor voltage rises and falls exponentially as shown in the wave diagram. Also, the output of IC becomes high during charging and becomes low during discharging, hence a rectangular wave is obtained at the output. The wave is not symmetrical because charging time is longer than the discharging time. Calculation. We have shown that tabulation in the demo. Now, using these values, we will apply the formula T on equal to 0.693 into RA plus RB into C. This is the formula for charging time. And T on, apply these values to this. So T on equal to 0.138 into 10 power minus 3. Then T off is 0.693 into RB into C, that is discharging time. Applies these values to this formula and T off equal to 0.69 into 10 power minus 3. F equal to 1 by T. So 1 divided by 0.138 plus 0.069 into 10 power minus 3 equal to 4.83 kilohertz. Since we are using that 1% tolerance, now almost that output is going to be the same. Next, general inputs. Points to remember. For particular timing, say x, such that x is less than or equal to 5 minutes, select R1 equal to 1 kilo ohm first. If value is in several minutes, then select C equal to 100 microfarad. And if value of x is less than 1 minute, then C is less than 100 microfarad. Selecting the value of C is greater than 220 microfarad produces leakage in the capacitor. Industrial use. This type of circuit could be used to give a mechanism intermittent motion by switching a motor on and off at regular intervals. It can also be used to flash lamps and LEDs and is useful as a clock pulse for other digital ICs and circuits.